Okay, again, this is Shon Gerber back with Reduced Cyber Risk, and we're now focused on under the cybersecurity more than a job description. We're talking about responsibilities as a security person, and what are some things for you to consider. So, as a security leader, as a security officer, you need to understand leadership and strategy. You need to be the person that would be the leader of IT and information security, drives the information security strategy and implementation, concludes operational compliance to regulatory standards, and manages a team that may be geographically dispersed. Those are some key responsibilities for a security officer if you're looking for one of those. So again, if you're seeing that, that's what you want from a resume standpoint. If you're an HR person, if you're an individual, that's probably what, if they're seeing these kind of vague leadership things that are talking like that, that's probably what they're looking for, is a security leader in that level. An architect. So these are some of the key things that an architect would have. And when I've got on these the videos that we have out there, and if you're listening to this on a podcast, you'll be able to go back to either YouTube or to Reduce Cyber Risk. I'll have these videos out there available for you, and you can check out the links. And they talk about where they're at from either one's Robert Half. I got another one from SC Magazine and so forth. So there's lots of different opportunities out there for you to look at. But from an architect standpoint, strategically, technically, and from a leadership point of view, you design, build, test, and implement security systems within an organization's IT network. A security architect is expected to have thorough understanding of complex IT systems and stay up to date with the latest security standard systems and authentication protocols, as well as the best practice security products. Okay, that came from Robert Half, and that's what they expect out of an architect. You're going to see different ones like that. And if you're an HR person, you need to tailor it specifically to what you're looking within your organization from an IT point of view, right? You'll get inputs from IT, from leadership, whoever. But you'll also, it doesn't hurt to go look online, like in the case of Robert Half and what they may have in place. So I recommend you go out and search those to find out what works best for you and your organization. But that's what an architect is. Now we're going to get into an analyst. So this is more of a technical strategy kind of piece, but more technical than strategy. They plan and implement security measures to protect computer systems, networks, and data. Information security analysts are expected to stay up to date on the latest intelligence, including hackers, methodologies, in order to anticipate new security breaches. Okay, this came from New England College, also comes from CSO Online. So there's opportunities out there to look for these. Again, you got your security analyst is more technical. You got your architect, which bridges the technical with the leadership, right? And then you got the CISO, your security officer, who basically is more leadership, but also can get down in the architectural pieces of this. And they can get in the technical piece as well. But again, that's kind of more or less, that's the hierarchy of how it kind of works. Again, no perfect, nobody's going to be perfect. There's not going to be a one-size-fits-all, but that's kind of how it works out. Now, the CISO, as far as key duties, we talked about this a little bit before, but direct and approve design of security systems, disaster recovery and business continuity plans are in place and tested. Again, strategic. Review security policies, controls, and cyber incidents, response planning, approved identity and access, regulations, periodic security audits, yada, yada, yada. This came from InfoSec Institute, and that's their key duties that they recommend for a security officer. Again, you've got to tailor it to how it works best for you, but that's a strategic kind of thought process. Okay, so from a cybersecurity and job descriptions for key duties for an architect, this is where technically we talk about from a technical and procedure aspects, and this is where the technical, procedure, and strategic meet. So an example would have is answering technical and procedural questions, teaching improved processes, mentoring team members, secure requirements, local areas, VPNs, PKI, so on and so forth. So again, strategic, technical, kind of in that squishy space, right? That's from hiring at monster.com. They've got lots of opportunities out there for people who are looking for that as well. So again, that's the architect. This is where technical and procedural and strategic come together. They coalesce into one big nasty ball of something. Okay. Analysts. All right, key duties of an analyst. They create, test, and implement network disaster recovery plans. So they test it, they implement it, and they do it, right? So that's the whole point. Analysts go do. Performing risk assessments, they install firewalls, data encryption, security enhancements and purchases, training staff on network and information security procedures. Again, they go do. They're more of the doers. Architect's more of the thinker-doer, and the CISO is more of the thinker, kind of strategic, glad hand, grip and grin kind of person, right? So, or you can do all three if you're in a small business. So again, there's options there, okay? That's from the New England College Online.com, and again, these links will all be in the kind of in the show notes or in the videos as well. Okay, from a cyber skills job description, skills and competency, the CISO, we have communication and presentation skills, policy development, administration skills, supervisory skills, incident management, knowledge of regulations, and so forth. This is off of governmentinformationsecurity.com. They've got different areas out there to talk about the skills and competencies you can expect from your security officer. Architect, network security, network hardware configurations, strategy, network standards, supervision, information security policies. Again, those are kind of in the middle. That's your hiring at monster.com. You can pick out some of those skills and competencies that they may have as well. And the analyst, from a skills and competency standpoint, penetration testing of applications, infrastructure, social engineering, vulnerability and risk assessments, security assessments, all that stuff where you go do, right? That's what an analyst does. Talked about common certifications. Nothing really new here other than the fact that you got your CISSP, your Certified Information Security Manager, your CISA, which is your Certified Information Security Auditor, and your Certified Risk Information Systems Control. I haven't heard that one before. I pulled that one off the web. It's a new one, but it's basically C-Risk is what it is. Actually, I know it better than that. It is. It's a really good one. C-Risk is really good. Certified Ethical Hacker, and your CompTIA Security Plus. CSO Online had this articles, and they talk about a lot of those. Go check it out. It's got some really good stuff on that. All right, I hope you enjoyed this from Reduce Cyber Risk. This, again, is cybersecurity more than a job description. And the whole bottom line of this is to provide you the skills that you need. If you're an individual, what do you have to do to be a security person? If you're HR, what are you looking for from a security point of view? I've seen it myself. There's been lots of opportunities where people have been looking for the right security person, but they don't know what they're looking for. And if you're a person getting started, you don't know how to build your resume. Well, you got it right there. This is what you need to do to have it set up so that you can look good for the HR person, and the HR person can actually know what the heck you're talking about. Again, we'll have some more stuff on the future around this as well, but it's just kind of a beginning primer around cybersecurity and what you should be considering from an individual standpoint and from an HR point of view. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, reducecyberrisk.com. Check us out. Lots of great stuff. And this is Shon Gerber. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. See ya.